guests this morning are known simply as Josh and Gab. Individually, Gab Benesso is a comedian, performer, and comedy writer. Josh Verbanitz is an award-winning musician. And together, they deliver a powerful musical message that bullying is not okay. They combine their talents in a musical comedy program called The Josh and Gab Show. It's fun and unforgettable for students of all ages who are drawn to their energy, comedy, original songs, and storytelling. And they're just about to launch a new season of performances and a debut album. And we're pleased to welcome Josh and Gab back to the show. Good to see you guys.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
I just love this message. It's so great. It's perfect for school starting and everybody getting back on the school bus. So remind us, for those who maybe didn't see you last time, how you started making bullying a message through your program.
Well, I've been a comedian, as you said, and Josh a musician, and my best friend was studying to become a principal, and she had been bringing in all these anti-bully assembly programs, and the kids just weren't really responding, and she had this idea of what if it was a fun assembly with a really good message, and she basically commissioned us to develop this program, knowing that I had been bullied and that Josh had been bullied, and that's sort of how it was born, and it just went from there.
So it started with your personal experiences in terms of getting the content, but where have you gone from there? Have you been able to, I don't know, research more?
Oh, definitely. We have contacts at Olveus. Josh actually is the one who made that contact. Olveus.
We did a lot of research when we were developing the show with guidance counselors, teachers, and drew a lot from personal memory. So we feel we have a really well-rounded, educational, and fun show for kids and preteens.
Well, it is fun, and we're going to see a little bit in just a minute, so I can't wait to see that. But tell me, first of all, you've got this new CD out with some new songs. Tell us, you know, how you come up with all the songs.
Yeah, well, one of the new songs we have is called Hurry Up and Get Well. And originally it was dedicated to my friend, actually, the principal, who got us the gig. She's been having some health issues. So we wanted to dedicate a song on the album to her. But honestly, a big theme this year is the role of the bystander, which is the kid who sees the bullying and what their role is and what they should do.
And what do you tell them they should do?
Oh, they definitely have to get an adult. They have to step in. The first thing would be get an adult. The second thing is to go to the kid who's being bullied and ask them to play, or you know, just say that you can help and that you see the situation. Just let them know they're not alone.
Yeah.
And if it's still not, you know, being helped at that point, I mean, we always say next step is the principal. You know, you go the hierarchy of the school system and get to the principal and bring the friend with you. You know? But my first experience of standing up for a child was a sick kid. I was in 2nd grade. He was in 1st grade. He had leukemia, and the kids in his class were picking on him, calling him an alien because he didn't have hair. And I was so upset by it, and I told on them. I told on the whole class, and they all got in trouble, and it was my first time of standing up for someone. It was an easy way to stand up for someone because I was always taught, you know, have compassion for people who are suffering.
Easy for you, but not natural for a lot of people to do. So that's great that you've lived that.
Exactly. So that's how we're working it into the show, the Hurry Up and Get Well song. I'm going to tell that story. I'm going to explain to kids what they should do.
Which you're going to sing for us.
And we are
going to
sing that for you today.
Good, good. And what other themes and songs are you addressing?
Well, we have a new hip-hop song. As you saw, we're branching out, not just rock and roll anymore. We now do hip-hop. We have to stay, you know, stay current.
Right.
And that is a song that explores the feeling that you get in the pit of your stomach when you see someone walking towards you in your school that you know is going to give you a hard time.
Oh man, that's tough. And then what about, I know you kind of address exclusion as a form of bullying. What do you, how do you address that? What do you tell kids?
Well, so last year we call that season 1 of the Josh and Gab show.
We're in season 2 now.
Now we're in season 2. Season 1, I told a story about how I was excluded in the 1st grade. Everyone in my homeroom were given glue sticks by another little girl in the class, and when she gave me a glue stick, but when she got to the last kid in class, she ran out of them. And instead of telling him he couldn't have one, she came back to me and grabbed it out of my hands and said I wasn't getting the glue stick. So I always share that story, and it always has a very funny climax with it and whatnot. But I mean, it simply is just having a birthday party and not inviting everyone in the homeroom is a form of exclusion, or telling someone they can't sit with you in the cafeteria. I mean, it's just, you might not think that's a form of bullying, but it's so hurtful to the...
It's classic exclusion, the cafeteria.
The class, that's where it always happens, you know, or the bus, you can't sit here, you know, something like that. It's...
And so I understand you're kind of in season 2 now, adding some special guests. Tell me about that.
Oh yeah, lots of local, you know, dare I say, celebrities have reached out to us.
We've been so lucky to meet so many nice, positive people in town.
Can you say names or give us hints of who they might be?
One person I'll say that has been very supportive is Rick Seaback. I'm going to go ahead and say that, you know, especially because we have a song about Kennywood, and he does Kennywood Memories, and he tweeted about our song all summer, and he's we're hoping to do a project with Rick in the new year as well.
So what's that song about, or story about?
That song is about a true bullying incident that I witnessed or was part of.
That's right, I remember.
When I was a kid at Kennywood Park, one of my best friends was bullied at 9 o'clock behind the jackrabbit,
Well,
which has
right,
become a
the
buzz phrase,
yes.
right? At my school, Plumboro, it became a slang for if there was going to be a hard time or trouble, someone would say, "I'll see you at 9 o'clock behind the jackrabbit." So
wow.
we set it to music, and now kids all over Greater Pittsburgh are saying 9 o'clock behind the jackrabbit in a positive way.
Nice, very cool. Well, I love the message. It's just so interesting. And even I love this living with grandma.
Yeah, so
what's that about?
So it was inspired. We did so many camps this summer. Honestly, thanks to you. You had us on the show, and we got so many calls, and we did every type of camp you could imagine.
Right.
And we met a child who she was telling her situation, and she was living with her grandmother, but she said how that is what turned her life around, living with grandma. And I was saying to Josh, I had a cousin who was raised by her grandparents, and a lot of times kids pick on kids because they don't understand their home situation.
Yeah,
but
it's just different.
a home is a home, and you should celebrate whatever your home is. So it's really a celebration of no matter where you live or how you live, it's great if it's good for you.
We think it's going to be our hit song next year. So
Living with Grandma.
Living with Grandma,
It sounds
yeah.
like a hit to me. All right, and then you're even branching out to older people, AARP
Yeah,
performance?
we've been reached by the AARP. Apparently, I guess for a lot of elderly people, young people are very ageist and bully older people. Don't look right through them, exclude them, don't even include them in a conversation. So we're going to go and do half anti-bully songs. We're going to do half standards, to appeal to the
Oh, that's awesome.
audience, so.
Well, wonderful. I can't wait to hear your new song coming up next. So stay with us. We're going to take a quick break and get a live performance by Josh and Gab, a song from their debut album. When PTL comes right back.